This is the Angel of Death. I'm back. Thanking everybody for purchasing the DVD. I'm going to give you one more bonus shoot interview here. I want to thank you, basically everyone who helped me in the backyard 2000 through about 2005 in Pittsburgh, Illinois. Many guys up there, RJ, Adam, Bryce Tidwell, my wife, Hedgepath, Bongo. There's so many of them up there. Chauncey. It was amazing what kind of run we had in the backyard up there. A bunch of nobodies just got together and we made something special out there. And it was real funny because for the longest time, my wife is what held us together towards the end of that, because everybody else kind of just disappeared and went away. Me and her wrestled forever, just me and her, for about a year probably. And she outdid half the guys when it came to hardcore. I remember Bryce Tidwell, whose wrestling name was Badass, but she outdid him. He ended up getting so damn jealous and mad about her even being there, he went away. That was a fun time. We were young at that time up in Illinois. Gotta send out thanks to my mom on that one, because without my mom allowing me to do the backyard, I probably would have never pursued a pro career at all. Once I moved down here to Alabama, Birmingham, Leeds and Moody, that's where we're filming at right now, is Moody, Alabama. Field of Dreams right behind me, but met up with the Norris brothers, Mike and Jason. We started Backyard Wrestling Alabama with like Blake Allison, Big James, plenty of us are out there. We got that going, and it was just funny how the backyard molded me to become a pro, got trained that way. And what's funny, we met a lot of pros through the backyard. Cabana Man Dan actually came out to the backyard, watched a show, gave us some pointers, helped me out to go get trained. Met up with a less important person to get trained by, but you know, it got me in the door. And Terry Teague is a horrible person to get trained by, but somehow he got in touch with me over the internet, and that's how I ended up going up to the Mud Tavern, I believe, in Decatur or somewhere up north Alabama. And throughout the years, wrestled many organizations here in Alabama and Georgia, Mississippi. But the fans asked me what was the weirdest or most uncomfortable I was ever in the ring. And I would have to say I was given a Bronco Buster from Mac Daddy Matt. And when he was doing the Bronco Buster, it became a weird grinding. He was like basically grinding on me. And that was very uncomfortable. Another fan question that I got asked was, what was one of my worst matches? And I would have to say it was me, Phil Payne, and Big Daddy Buck, Moody's own Big Daddy Buck, up in Piedmont, Alabama. The match was just horrible. It was a funny match. It wasn't supposed to be funny, but it was so horrible that it was out loud bad. And you know, another question is who do I not trust in this business? And there's a lot of people, you know, there's a lot of bad promoters all over. I was blessed to have met up with Kevin Brandon, who has been one of the most upfront promoters I've ever met. He has always treated me good. He's actually paid me not to wrestle before. But the one person I don't trust in the business would be Ian at Mid-South. I've seen too many people say that they didn't get paid by him. Too many fans order stuff directly from him and don't get the merchandise. And you know, it's always an ongoing thing for years now. I've seen, you know, don't trust Ian. And I won't work for him. He can book me, but I won't go up there. I just don't trust him, and it's not a Mid-South versus Deep South thing. You know, I'm loyal to the Deep South. Deep South can get rocky sometimes, but I'm loyal to this organization. You know, I'm still the IWA Deep South Heavyweight Champion. I'm the LXW Heavyweight Champion. I became the Intergalactic Empire Champion. And you know, really I owe my whole career to Kevin for one thing, for making the Angel of Death gimmick, which got me blown up really huge. Big James is the one that actually called me to hook up with Kevin after the first few times didn't work out. Got me booked on Southern Discomfort. We all know that story. Met up with Spider, Carnage Cup 7. I stabbed him. You know, do I think the Saw match would have still been great if I didn't stab Spider? It would have been. The Saw match itself would have still been great, but the stabbing with the box cutter threw it overboard, and the truth is, it's probably one of the most recognized spots in deathmatch history now. People hate on it, some people love it, but no matter what, people will always talk about that one spot. And no matter what people think, is when they go back to that one spot, it'll always be talked about, it may be hated, and you know, that's all that really matters, is people will talk about it the day after it. And the truth is, other promoters here in Alabama, when they booked me after the Carnage Cup 7, they would actually say, you just won the Saw match, correct? And I'm like, yeah, I won the Saw match at Carnage Cup. They were like, I can't have you go under. I went that whole year without a loss. And that was 2000, I can't even remember. It was whatever year that was. I went undefeated that year. Besides the Neil Diamond Cutter match later on that night. But that was after I did the Saw match. The rest of the year, a promoter would not put me under. And that was awesome. You know, I thank my wife more than I can. She really, me, Frog, and her, we give each other hell. We give each other hell on this DVD. We give each other hell all the time. But you know, we all respect each other. We just give each other hell. And we got a great bond with each other. My wife helped me out throughout my career more than anybody could. She held me together whenever I wanted to quit. And I wanted to quit many times. Broke my leg. This park is the park that I went to get healthy. This is the exact location that we filmed 10 Years of Carnage. And you know, that was a low part of my career when I broke my leg, but people like Trey Tarleton, he helped me before I broke my leg. We really trained up. We were putting on great technical matches. Everyone knows me as a hardcore person, but for years, when I started in 2006 till Southern Discomfort at IWA, I didn't do no death matches on the scene. I was more of a regular wrestler out there doing technical matches with Joe Hogan, Mike Jackson, Johnny Rage. I got into a match with Buff Bagwell. That was a high point in my career. I got in the ring with Bull Buchanan. That was another great match of mine. And you know, last year was 2015. I went undefeated the whole year. Won Carnage Cup 10. That meant the world to me. You know, I got to thank people like Colt, Chewy Martinez. Chewy I respect more than anybody in the business, besides maybe Spider. Spider has helped me out more than I can ever ask anybody to. Spider is one of the greatest friends I got in this business. And, you know, I owe a lot to Spider, Kevin, my wife. And, you know, the Carnage Cup 10 trophy, I love it to death. It's in my house. I see it every day. I would not want to relive anything over at Carnage Cup 10. And, you know, this upcoming year, I've already got a big match planned with Colt 45, Prophet, Phil Macchio. I just got off doing a match with Colt. No, Phil Macchio and Prophet. Just had a match with them at the Softcore Cup. Great match. Look forward to wrestling these guys more often. I think Colt's got a huge future in the deathmatch scene. Prophet's making a comeback. And Phil's been around. Respect all those guys hugely. And just to be in the ring with any of those guys is an honor for me. And, you know, I thank Kevin a million times for putting me on these shows. IWA, LXW, now in the future, $10 wrestling. All of these are going to be huge matches. And, you know, when I broke my leg at WrestlePalooza in 2010, 2011, I can't remember these exact years, but when I broke my leg there, You know, I thought my career was literally over. And I ended up coming back, being better once I started getting comfortable in the ring. Because when I first came back, I was scared to take bumps. I didn't want to do nothing. When the sickness called me up to SAWE, got me more in the ring, got me feeling more comfortable. Came back, did Carnage Cup 8. When I fought Madman Pondo, I was scared to take bumps. Fought Spider in the Saw 2, I was still scared to take bumps, but I did it. Almost broke my back in Saw 2. But you know, every match I did was a stepping stone to get where I was at. I said I wasn't going to talk about no LXW shows on this DVD. We're going to save all that kind of information for the next. Sorry about that. The next DVD, because I plan on having another one. And then, you know, we really want to bring back Birmingham Hardcore Wrestling. That was a great organization. The Alabama Athletic Commission came in, tried to enforce all these rules, take the money from us. We really had a great time at Birmingham, at Matthews Bar and Grill in Birmingham, Alabama. You know, any local organization on the indie circuit needs to be supported. If it's Global Championship Wrestling, Mike Jackson's ACW, however many of them there are, you know, support your indie wrestling. There are organizations I don't like. There's plenty of promoters I don't like. Plenty of promoters don't like me. I stay pretty regular to the same organizations. I'm blessed to be where I'm at, and you know, to drop a few more names. We mentioned about me versus Tremont. Would it ever happen down here in the South? I would love it. Me and Tremont, we don't talk too much, but you know, we have talked before. He was a guest of ours at Birmingham Hardcore Wrestling. Honor the Cowboy, something Bulldozer, I can't remember, but he came down, wrestled Spider. That was a great match. I get talked about CZW all the time. You know, why don't I go to CZW? Why don't I get offered spots at CZW? Honestly, I think DJ don't like me, and that's fine. The talent that's at CZW is great. Those are some of the best people on the indie scene. So it's nothing, I have nothing but respect for the guys up at CZW. All of them. If they don't like me, that's fine. You know, Masada's great. He really is an awesome wrestler. He don't, from what I've heard, he don't like me, but you know, that's fine. There's a lot of people that don't like me. But, and then there's these people that are saying they're coming back, like John Zandig. I got mentioned to wrestle him on a Defend Death Matches or something. I don't remember what the website was, but it'd be an honor to wrestle him. You know, he's a founder of the death match scene here in America, and to me that'd be a huge match. He's done a lot of crazy stuff. I'd prefer to bring him down here, and I think it'd be a great opportunity to see Zandig and Spider one-on-one at Birmingham Hardcore. I would definitely book it, but throughout the years, some of these bigger matches never get booked, and like Nick Gage, respect Nick Gage. I got to talk to him at Carnage Cup 5, hung out. I actually told him, you know, I loved his craft, I loved his gimmick, I loved his character, I loved his intensity that he brings as a heel. And that's the same night I got to hang out with Thumbtack Jack. That was awesome. I didn't get to wrestle that night, but you know, throughout the years, I can't ask more for my career. I've had 2 undefeated years. I've held 5 championships, never lost them, and you know, stuff like that don't come along too often on the indie scene. Now, I do believe I get looked over a lot on the indie scene, but I'm fine with it. I'm glad and happy to be where I'm at. But I want to thank everybody for purchasing this DVD. Please give me feedback on Facebook. If you know my phone number, call me up. 2016 looks like a promising year for John Ritter yet again. I got Spider here in a few weeks. Got Prophet, Colt, all these younger guys. Prophet's not younger, but you know, he's coming back. So I'm going to try to teach him a few things. And 2016, I hope to be another undefeated year. Carnage Cup 11 coming up this year. Maybe I can become the first person ever to repeat as Carnage Cup champion. But what I want to say is thanks everybody for the DVD. Thanks for your time to watch it. Thanks for purchasing it. Thanks for supporting me and my craft. And keep supporting indie wrestling. And thanks again to my wife, Sheena, Kevin, Trey, my mom, Spider, all the backyard boys that got me to where I was at. And not to mention that one of my backyard boys is actually in NXT now. That's great. But we've came a long way from where we started at. So this is the Angel of Death. More of these hopefully coming soon.